welcome to Writer's Workshop. Today, I know that you already are very close to finishing your book. You got your beginning, your middle, and the end of the story. But writers, we're not done because writers always make sure that they revise. Everyone say revise. When you revise, that means you take your book and you are looking back on all your pages and you are making sure that you edit it, you revise it, and make sure that it is the best of the best, because you want to make sure that your book is the most high quality before you show all your readers. So here's my book. I already finished up my story, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the book. But today I'm going to go back and I'm going to revise. Now, there are three things that I'm going to make sure I focus on today. The first thing I'm going to make sure I focus on is labeling. Everyone go like this, say label. When you label, that means you look at all the pictures in your pages and you make sure that you label it, kind of like this. In this picture, they labeled me so that the readers know that that's you. This says grass, so in case the readers don't know what you drew, they're like, oh, that's grass. So that's what I'm going to make sure that I do. I'm going to make sure that I have labels on all my pages. Then I'm also going to go back and do what Miss Conception taught you a few days ago, making sure to add details and by using our 5 senses. So I'm going to go back into the pages and see, did I talk about what I saw? Did I talk about what I heard? Did I talk about what I smelt? Did I talk about what I touched? And did I talk about what I tasted? So I'm going to go back and see, did I include some of my sense details? And the last thing you're going to add is dialogue. Everyone say dialogue. Dialogue is when characters are talking with each other or when characters say something. So I'm going to go back and see, do I have any speech bubbles that tell the readers what the characters are saying? That's what I'm going to do. So labels, details, and dialogue. All right, so let me share my screen. I'm going to pull up my book and I'm going to see what is missing in my books and what do I need to add. I'm going to keep in mind those 3 things that I'm focused on. So here we go. Here's what I have so far. Fam's hot pot night. So I'm going to read what I have. It was dinner time, so I called my cousins over for hot pot. Let's look at the things that I need to look for. So there's no dialogue, there's no details, but wait a minute, I don't even have the first one. Do I have labels in my picture? No, so I'm going to go back and label this because without labels, someone might look at this and be like, wow, what is that? That looks like a delicious enchilada. It's not an enchilada, that's a hot pot. So if I don't label it, my readers won't know. So I'm going to grab my marker and I'm going to label this picture. This is hot pot. So I'm going to write hot pot. Hot pot. Now, someone might look at this and be like, wow, you're adding some lettuce to your hot pot? Wait a minute, that's not lettuce. I need to label this so that people know that this is my plant. This is just my decoration. So I'm going to write plant. And then also, I need to label this because if I don't label this person, they might be like, oh, who is that, Miss Fam? Is that your best friend? Is that your grandma? No, that's me. So I need to write me. M-E, me. Now people know that that's me. And then right here, this is my painting. So I'm going to write painting. All right, now I have labels on this page. Let me keep going and see what else I can add and edit in my book. So it was dinner time, so I called my cousins over for a hot pot. Then we prepared the food. So I know that I don't have any labels, so I might start labeling some. This is lettuce, carrots, but I think I should add more details because it looks kind of empty, right? Remember we talked about details? Details can talk about what you saw, what you heard, what you smelt, what you touched, or what you tasted. So let me think. What else did I see? These were not the only things I saw. I saw carrots, mushrooms, onions, lettuce. What else did I see? Oh yeah, I also saw some noodles. So I'm gonna add that because we definitely added noodles to our hot pot. So I'm gonna grab an orange marker and then over here I might draw some noodles. Noodles. And maybe I'm gonna add that over here so people know that. I'm gonna write, then we prepared the food. We made noodles and got the vegetables, because these are all the vegetables, ready. Ooh, that's much better because now people can see all the things I had. I saw lettuce, carrots, mushrooms, noodles, onions. I'm going to label mushrooms and onions. Those are some things that I saw. That's a sense that I used during this part of my story. Then we prepared the food. We made noodles and got the vegetables ready. Okay, let's go to this page. Finally, it was time to eat. We ate outside and enjoyed the fresh air. I do have my labels, lots of details. People can see what I saw. They probably can understand what I was feeling because then it was hot outside. But wait a minute, I'm forgetting the third thing that I can do to revise. I can add what? Everyone say dialogue. Yeah, dialogue is what the characters said. So let me think. When we were finally outside eating hot pot, what is something that my cousin Peter was saying? Oh, I know. He hasn't eaten hot pot in a while, so he was like, "Yum, delicious." So I'm actually going to add that. I'm going to take my blue marker and I'm going to add a speech bubble because this is what he said. He's going to say, "Yum, delicious." That's what he said. And then I really, really loved it. So I was like, So I'm going to draw a speech bubble over here and write, lots of M's because that says, yum, delicious, And maybe I'll even write it down here so people know what everybody else said. So let's see. Finally, it was time to eat. We ate outside and enjoyed the fresh air. And I'm going to write, Patrick, that's my other cousin. Patrick said, "This is the best." That's something he said. This one's really long, so that's why I decided to add it here instead of a speech bubble. So Patrick said, "This is the best." There we go. So writers, that's what you're going to do. Today, you're going to go back into your book and you're going to make sure and check for these three things. You're going to check, did you label all your pages? Everyone say label. You're going to check, did you add details? And those are your 5 senses. Did you talk about what you saw, what you heard, what you smelled, what you tasted, or what you felt? And then the last thing you're going to add, dialogue. That's what the character says. All right, writers, happy revising. We're looking forward to seeing you make your book the best of the best.